Hey there, Mikhail Ocean here. Welcome. Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to talk about goals and the difference between your goal and your plan to achieve that goal. Now it seems like people get that confused sometimes, so hopefully I can bring some light to the subject and bring some clarity to how you think about it. So the first thing I want to discuss here is the type of goal will have some bearing or some influence on how the plan is arrived at. And I don't want to get into that too much today because it would take us way too long, and it would be best treated as another subject altogether. But whether it's a goal you know how to, I'm going to keep it simple. Let's just call it a goal that you know how to achieve, and you need to create a plan, a logistical plan, an organized plan to achieve that goal, or it's a goal that you don't know how to achieve. All right, and you need to open yourself to inspiration, imagination, and utilize intelligence faculties that are, let's say, part of the infinite intelligence, which helps that plan emerge, and you recognize that plan as you go forward. Those are two different things, but that's not really the focus of this conversation. I'm just going to talk about goals in general, and a common communication, or a common thing that you hear often is when you set a goal and you don't achieve that goal. Okay, what does that mean? Now, there's a lot of discussions about how to treat that, and sure, it's a situation where you learn by your mistakes and you reassess, and then you go forward and continue on. And some people, and it's called failure, right? Okay, you fail to achieve your goal. So what should you do? Well, Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, he talks about it. He says, it's not the goal that you failed at, it's the plan. Okay, you have not perfected the plan to achieve the goal. And if you look at it that way, that can bring a whole new perspective into the situation. There's also other people who have talked about failing faster. Maybe you've heard that one, okay? And if you fail faster, you get to the point of succeeding sooner. There's some wisdom in that thinking as well, and many people teach that. So the idea of failure always emerges when you talk about setting and achieving goals and success in general, and how one treats that failure is important. Okay, and so back to Napoleon Hill's, it's what you have failed at is perfecting the plan. So the plan needs to be reevaluated, adjusted, okay, and then get focused back on the goal again. See, the goal, the focus on the goal is really significant and important. If the plan fails and you take your focus off the goal, you might start to think that it's all no good, and you got to start over and go back to the drawing board and adjust your goal and make it more realistic, and listen to all the people around you that told you couldn't do it, and maybe they were right and you were wrong, and you were unrealistic, and you got to get your feet back on the ground and get with the rest of them. And don't fall for that rhetoric, okay? If the goal you feel very strongly about, if the goal is really, you really emotionalize that goal, you've really focused in on that goal, don't feel that the goal is not for you. Just make the adjustment in the plan. The plan is just, hey, the way you organize the thought, the way you organize the progression wasn't the right one. And so you look at it again, you make the adjustments, you reevaluate, and then you continue on the journey. But the important part is to focus on that end result. Focus on where you're going, that destination. That's the most important part, because if it's a goal that you don't necessarily know how to achieve, and you were just assembling things that you weren't sure about, and you came up short, you will have learned something indeed from going through that experience, and then you can apply what you learned. You can apply new things that you're inspired to do, and then assemble yet another plan, okay, and then continue forward and stay focused on that end result. I was thinking, I was having a discussion with my family, and we do a mastermind basically very often, and in the mornings. And one of the things that came up, and I had this idea about an analogy in relationship to goals, and staying focused on that outcome, staying focused on that destination, and how that allows a sort of synergy and magic emerge in your experience, and then that influences the outcome. And here's an example of it, and this actually can apply to a much bigger environment in which you're working in. And so here goes. You know, the analogy I'm about to talk about is the analogy of throwing a ball. All right. Let's say you're an athlete. Let's say you throw a baseball or a football or any kind of ball, and you're throwing a ball and you're throwing it at a target, or you're throwing it towards a goal. Okay. In other words, you want that ball to go where you intend it to go. Have you ever noticed that when you throw that ball, if you're thinking about your plan and you're thinking about all the things about that, how it tends to go awry? It doesn't quite hit the target. In other words, you miss a lot. Okay, but if your focus is on the goal itself, if your focus is on the actual target, your body, all the systems in your body, all those systems start to organize themselves almost magically, subconsciously, and all the little adjustments. There might be thousands of adjustments that your body's going through. Okay, in order for you to focus on that goal and hit that target. And you can't even think of all those things. Those things are out of your conscious mind. It's something that's happening in your mind, but it's the mind that's throughout your entire body. And so all these things, these calculations, all these adjustments, all these little nuances, all these little tiny adjustments are happening literally spontaneously within a microseconds, okay, from cause and effect, so fast and so accurately, and then boom, it happens. You hit the target, you hit the goal, and that is an analogy of throwing a ball. Okay, now apply that same principle, apply that same focus on the goal. Focus on the goal, the circumstances, all those many, many thousands of circumstances in the universe around you, the law of attraction, principles of vibration and resonance, all these things, people, circumstances, things, all these things that can come to your aid and your assistance. And your focus is relentless. Your focus is so pure and so clean and so right on that you are just totally focused in on that result. You're completely almost like blinders on, but not really, because your awareness has to be totally attentive to what's going on in the environment around you. But you're so focused on that goal, and almost magically things come together and plans emerge. Like you'll write a plan and you'll see, oh, this is what I need to do differently, or this over here can be adjusted a little bit, or I'm inspired to do this instead of what I did before. And just an array of possibilities emerge because the focus is so pure and so clear on the intended or the desired result. And all those, just like throwing the ball, all these adjustments are happening so quickly. You consciously can't even think about it, okay? It's just these inspirations, these things going on in the environment around you. Someone magically appears in your life with a suggestion. Something comes in the mail. Something emerges. You see an ad in the paper. Things that inspire a particular kind of thought or thinking. Thousands of possibilities because the focus is clear and perfect on the goal. Then the plan emerges. Different kinds of plans based on different kinds of goals. So understand that. So big goals that you don't know how to achieve, oftentimes you don't have the plan clearly detailed out. Other goals you do. And sometimes the plan emerges over time. Okay, in a very, very big goal, like, oh, this is what I need to do next, or this is what I need to do next. So just like throwing the ball, focus on the target, focus on the goal, and you release that energy, and you're moving, and it moves towards that goal or that target, and it strikes it right where you intended. What a powerful, powerful realization. What a powerful reality to participate in as a creator. As this is who you are. This is what all of those intelligent factors are about. This is what these things that you're gifted with, okay, from the great intelligence, okay, of which you are a part of, okay, is all about. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's been fun for me to give you a communication like this, one that I feel so totally passionate about. I have an athletic background, so I really could relate to this analogy, and hopefully you can too. Even if you don't, you can certainly understand the relationship between the focus and the plan. They're different things, okay? So just remember, keep focused on the goal. The plan will emerge. If it doesn't, you need to perfect the plan a little more and then adjust it and then keep focused on the goal. The important thing is you're focused on the goal. That's how you get to your destination. That's how you achieve the success. That's how you make the achievement happen that you intended. Thank you very much. Mikhail Ocean here. Click on my link below to resultsvelocity.com. You can connect with me there. Message me. Send me a message on Facebook. I would love to continue this conversation. And like me, give me a heart or two. Whatever you feel inspired to do. Just give me a reaction of some kind. Would appreciate hearing from you. And again, resultsvelocity.com. Look forward to connecting with you again. Take care.